What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the Anime Villains Podcast. It is episode 8. I hope y'all having an excellent day. In this video makes your day even better, at work, school, or just at home chilling. I hope you put us on and just vibe with us, connect with us. And of course, drop down in the comments below any questions you want to have. Because we really want to get through y'all questions. That's something we really want to implement. But we'll dive straight into this. I have my two wonderful co-hosts with me. Joseph, how are you doing today, man?
Good morning. Get to it.
Yes, sir. Hendo, how are you doing today?
What's going on, y'all? Doing good. A little chilly. It's 25 degrees outside, but we gonna make something shake, man. We gonna make something shake.
Thanks.
So, that's one extra right quick before we dive into the nitty gritty. What, just in general, do y'all have a favorite episode of this week, or if not that, what has your list of like your favorite anime so far? I know we did it 2 weeks ago, maybe. Or what we think was the best anime of this little month so far. Do y'all have one that's like a clear number one, or maybe like a top two at least that's fighting for two positions? Because while y'all think about that, y'all know me. I've been advocating for it. Fate to me is still my number one. JJK has been creeping upon it, especially we will talk about it later, but they introduced my GOAT Hikari. I was talking about that, Joseph. That's my GOAT in JJK, my favorite character in the manga. And
Okay.
but low key, cause I remember back then I said sentence and fate, or fate first, then sentence. And so I still think, especially with this sentence episode, and I can't wait to talk to y'all about that also. Sentence is fate and sentence is still probably my number 1 and 2, but JJK is slowly creeping up. I put it like a close third. So that's my top 3. Fate, sentence, and then JJK. Do y'all have a top 3?
Yeah, I think mine for sure. Sentence is probably number one right now.
Still number 1, okay.
JJK, and probably Free Rent is right after
Okay.
that.
Okay, not on this.
Hell, Paradise not even.
I forgot about the episode. Did you ever watch that? I literally forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, remember they ain't
Huh?
dropped one for today yet.
Oh, they don't. I
Yeah,
think. All
yeah.
right,
It's
that's fine.
it's not till later on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next week. But Hendo, how about you?
Honestly, I know back when we did it, I think my 1 and 2 was Fate and Sentence, and then I think my 3 was like Jack of all trades, something like that. As of now, I think Fate may have slid into the one spot. I think I had them like 1 and 2. I'll say Fate slid into the one spot because Sentence, low key, is still cool, but I feel like the direction in which it's turning and which is going with Fate, I'm kind of like, hold on, they trying to freak this a little something, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I kind of like where the plot is going on that one. I like how they got all the different POVs and stuff, and it
Moving
don't
parts.
feel like too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say Fate is 1. 2 may have to slide. Nah, I still do sentence for 2. I
Okay.
still do sentence for 2, but like this last episode of JJK, like I know everybody talk about the Maki episode, right? And like
Yeah.
it was cool, right? I know I'm the biggest fan, but like the last portion when Yuji and Hikari was talking and like how
Yeah,
that
we'll
was
get to that. Yeah,
filmed,
we will
like
get to that.
bro, that was
We will
crazy.
get to
I'm
it.
feeling it, and I'm man. So like that low key been a real big bump in the rankings for me. And if that's the direction the rest of the season is
Gonna
on,
be.
hey, Fade and Sinners may have to watch out, man.
We
Like they
already
may got
know.
some comp for sure. But
We already
yeah.
know. Okay, that's interesting. Let's check it up a bit and let's dive straight into it then. So you're talking about JJK. Have a lot of talk about this week, almost as much as last week, because a important character has dropped. This is the first appearance that we have of Hikari, the upperclassman of Jujutsu High. Um, Man, like I said, I'm quick to go about my thoughts. I love the episode. Like I said, anything with Akari in his peak, I love Akari so much. I was waiting for this moment. Just like Hendo said, the direction they doing things, I was talking about this since episode 1. So go back and watch this, or episode 1 and 2. That I was excited for I guess the direction and the creativity that the directors of JJK do based off of last season. Because if you go back to watch season 1 and then season 2, it's like feel like totally different anime to me, and especially even
9 day.
now. And the same thing from season 3 to 2, and especially 3 to 1. It's like crazy different anime,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the direction. Like I said, they were showcasing it even from the jump from episode 1. Like it's like so many things like that's like I can remember from the manga, but I couldn't imagine it looking anything like that in like a good way.
Mm-hmm.
They're really improving upon the source material, and probably
Yeah,
be
it
one
looked
of the
good.
best like just adaptations in general. Because like I said, there are some of the times, of course, the direction may hurt the like some of the panels that you want to see 1-to-1, like the Toji panel and the Toji and Maki panel. But for the most part, they are doing well. Like prime example, they made the Sukuna versus Jogo. Sorry, not Sukuna versus Jogo. Sukuna versus
Maharaga.
Maharaga fight crazy, like super,
Crazy.
like in the manga, it was still cool. Like it was a good moment, high moment, amazing fight. But they added but like if I can show you video, Joe, they added like most of like the best moments you probably is like added in that you
Bro.
remember. It was like super crazy stuff, and so they actually did this with the fight. I'm gonna ask y'all. Well, I guess I asked y'all now. I was gonna wait. So matter of fact, I'm just gonna wait to ask you that. I want to hear your reviews first. But I see this episode probably at like a 8 or 9. I loved it. Like I said, I love the way they going with the plot. They are progressing it, introducing new characters. The fight was amazing. It was good to see Yuji smile or joke around, have fun. Him and Panda have fun. But then also
Mm-hmm.
Panda's sad moment at the beginning. Even though I don't really
And this
miss
cry too, man.
Yeah,
I don't
facts.
really miss a Panda like that, but it's very very emotional stuff, and it's just unfortunate. I hope like people really understand how like emotionally that hurt and affect Panda, because it could have seemed like very quick, because like like that happened at the beginning, that all of a sudden
Right.
he's with Yuji, but that's because I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think like, but like the Maki fight was just like one like basically chapter Maki fight, like every chapter I think they was jumping around, so I think Panda that happened.
I think it was back to back like that. I'm
Really?
not gonna
Oh,
lie.
I thought, cause I seen something too that somebody said that I thought like Panda stuff was jumped around. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. It's all you see Panda with
I had
that.
to check and see.
Yeah, that's what it seems
I,
like.
I thought it was whatchamacallit though. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought they showed at least hints of it. So I thought, cause that's what they seemed like. It happened at the beginning, Panda. Then all of a sudden, like he just somewhere else, and like it skipped around. So, but I don't remember. Like I said, I could be completely wrong. So take my words with a grain of salt. I just thought, cause I haven't read the manga in a hot ass minute, especially that part in a hot
I
minute.
think you talking about
Okay.
something else that's going on with Maki though. That
Maki
was
and Panda.
broken up.
Probably okay. But yeah, it was a good episode. 8, 9, second best episode of the season, easily to me. It blows out the
Yeah,
earlier
facts.
stuff with Yuji and Nao and Choso. So yeah, I'm just happy to see, like I said, the direction it's going, because I know the other fights that's gonna be in here, and if it's bro, it's gonna be like, and I can say even this simple stuff like them talking and stuff, and I'll talk about that after I hear our reviews. But Joseph, what you think about this week's JJK episode?
Nah, just to piggyback off of you, bro. Like it was good. It was really good. And Hendo was talking about it earlier. That scene with Akari and Yuji at the bro. That mug was pressure. It was pressure, bro. Animation. It felt like like he said, bro. I could feel like the emotions and the bro. That mug was nice. I ain't gonna lie. And yeah, I really enjoyed that episode, bro. They definitely stepping it up for sure, for sure. I know it's gonna get probably crazier from here because just based on that episode, it's gonna start going crazy. Um, I say, and I haven't read the manga or nothing, so I can't anticipate anything.
Yeah.
So I say this episode was like an 8.5, bro.
How
Like
you
an eight point
how you feel
five. It was
about
solid.
Akari, the upperclassman? Like just like
I
first
see
impressions
why
of
you
him.
like him.
How you feel
I
about
see why you like him so much. He cool. I ain't gonna lie, he cool.
bro? If they
He
get
cool.
to his fight later on, bro, you gonna
He
oh
cool,
my
bro.
god, bro. You have seen him deal with him. It's so peak, bro. I literally hope they get to it this
It
season,
should be
bro.
coming soon,
Please,
bro. It
please,
should be
I
within
hope
like the
so. But
next 4 5
I
episodes,
don't know,
bro.
yeah, because I know they probably go after this jump to YouTube stuff. So I don't know. Wait, is it YouTube stuff first? Probably you think they go do
No, bro. I think it's
his stuff is
whatchamacallit
straight first?
first.
Think his stuff is
Say it again,
first? Oh, because they
bro. I
gonna
think we go
show
back to
oh boy, his opponent. Do you think him in
No,
one
no, 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 no,
dimension.
no, no. I'm telling you, we're going back to Maki, bro. We're going back to Maki. That's
I've
why when you said it
I'm
was
trying to
jumping
remember
around,
what's
I
going
think that's
on.
what you was thinking about, bro. I
What
think that's
shit?
what you was talking about.
You thinking of a
Yes,
show
yes,
Okay.
that one?
yes,
You thinking of a
yes,
show that fight
yes,
first? Really? Yeah, I ain't
yes.
gonna lie, I don't remember which one was first. If it was Yuta or Maki's or
We got a lot
Hikari's.
coming up, so we gonna
Yeah, I
be
ain't gonna lie.
good
Yeah,
regardless.
it's a
But
lot of
yeah,
peaks. Sorry, man. I mean, us be sounding cryptic, Joseph. We don't want to spoil nothing.
Nah, you good,
It's
man.
all
You
amazing.
good.
But yeah. Hendo. What do you feel about JJK episode this week?
man, that's my favorite episode, JJK this season.
Even over the
Like
previous one.
yes,
Mm,
yes, yes. Like
Okay.
I'm a very big cinema guy. Like
Mm,
I love movies, right? And
yeah.
a lot of that has to do with how the director chooses to direct certain scenes and camera angles and stuff they use and like the intricacies within the scene to make it feel more tense, more anxious.
Yep.
The last 3 minutes, bro, from 3.5, 4 minutes, I felt like I'm watching cinema. Like you got the whole thing played out,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And you kind of feel it's like, dang, why can't we see this dude's face? We don't even know who he like. We know he's talking to the boss, but they are intentionally not showing his face, right? And so
Hmm.
then he mentions Gojo, right? Usually said,
Usually
Gojo, who's
so.
that? Or whatever.
Usually so
That's up
dumb,
number one,
bro.
buddy. That's like saying you don't know who LeBron James is. Everybody knows who LeBron is, for
Usually so
one,
dumb,
right? So
bro.
he said, why are you acting like you don't know who Gojo is, bro? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So that's one. Mind you, why when he sold, phone already started ringing, and he's just letting it ring. He's not picking it up. So that just adds to more of the tension and anxiety because he's like, bro, why are you letting the phone ring? And he's like, hey, whenever I get this call right here, I know something wrong. You just so either you from Jujutsu Society, high school, or you somebody else trying to pinpoint me down, or whatever. And you're just like, no, it's not like that. So I'm like, bro, that entire scene, bro, it felt nothing like that in the manga. You know, that's not how I perceived it at all. So how they flip that and turn it on his head like that, I'm like, oh my goodness, these boys is going
It
crazy,
was cooking.
bro. Like a domestic violence scene. Genuinely, I'm uncomfortable watching. I'm like, nah, this is not cool, bro. Like, I don't like where this going at all. All
Yeah.
the time I know UG got hands. So I was like, nah, that bro, that was elite, dog. I'll probably give that like a 9 out of 10.
Mm.
Like, even the
Okay.
lead up to it, I like the fake panda fight that UG
Yeah, I
had.
was
You
gonna
know
say
what I'm
that. That
saying?
was really cool, low
I
key.
like
Hmm.
the I kind of like how they showed with Yuji and Megami when they was talking earlier in the episode. You got Yuji in the light and Megami in the shadows and the darkness or whatever. That kind of shows their contrast and personalities perfectly. So like
Mm.
the imagery, alluding, all that good jazz. I'm like, man, we starting to heat up, bro. So yeah, that's probably my favorite episode of the season for sure, for sure.
I'm very surprised you think it's better than the last episode, but
I
I
actually
can
got a
see.
Hmm.
question for y'all.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead before I get mine.
Um, what in that last scene, if you remember, Donovan, what was like the difference between the manga
I
and
was
that episode?
Nice question, Joseph. That's one of my questions I was gonna get to right quick. So
Oh,
of
okay.
course it is a couple different things. Like I was talking about, the directing is different, especially that last scene. It is different because the manga shows, and some people have a problem with this, and I can see their point. I can see both points. It shows like kind of like different like close-ups of Yuji, or it shows different close-ups of like Hikari in different angles. You know, him talking. I'll probably
Hmm.
look at it. It's different angles, and it was kind of cool to see. Cause that's your first time meeting Hikari, so seeing different angles of him, like his design and stuff like that, I was pretty cool. But like I said, for for them to take out them different angles, I still like they did good with it. So I'm not really that upset about them changing it. Cause like I said, like Hendo said already, that whole little one take of, like I said, nobody expected that to happen, and they did it very well, very well. Excuse me. So they missed out on some details because, like I said, showing the close-ups and like even like the when they was fighting, like it was showing like different close-ups, like you know, like usually jump in, like it was like from his frontal point of view, not from the side. You see, but usually jumping and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, I wish I like a small part of me that I got that, especially Hakari's, because we just met him, but the way they did it, like it doesn't bother me that much, to be honest, because they did so well, and it was so it's interesting take on that one take scene. Hendo, how do you feel about the differences between that?
I absolutely love it. Like,
Yep.
like I said, that was all, of course, like intentional. Because it's like it's
Yep.
really like you mean like the big, like this is the big quote unquote bad guy, right? We know we try to get him on our side, but it's like to Donovan's point, we're seeing all of these close ups in the conversation, right? Like we getting it from
Mm-hmm.
Yuji,
Let me see
and
if I
basically
look
you'll
at it.
flip the camera around, you seeing Hikari or whatever, right? So the fact that you're going from that to where you just got a camera plastered on the side of the room and just seeing like the conversation, like I felt like that helps increase the tension because even that whole time we can low-key still see Yuji's face, but they're intentionally kind of like making it to where Hikari you really can't see his face at all. So you like, this is the guy we've been waiting to meet all episode. We don't even know what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? And so like that tension leading up to it, I like what they did with the phone vibrating and ringing, and he's intentionally not picking it up, just letting it like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like all that tension is like just kind of building
Building.
and building and building for like the big reveal at the end of the episode we finally see what he looked like. So I loved it. I wasn't really tripping too much on it. Granted, it's not one of my favorite characters to Donovan's point.
Mm.
It's like maybe if it
Yeah.
was, and I'm kind of waiting to see him the whole time, I would have wished we seen him a little bit more. But obviously, we will in the upcoming episodes. But I like that creative direction and take that they went with it because that whatever they intended to make that scene perceive as,
They
they
knocked that out of the
knocked
park.
it out the park.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Trying to find different
Okay.
ones because it's
And
like
why are you trying to find that, Donovan? I had another
it's more
question.
close ups. Go
So
ahead.
y'all
Good.
remember old girl who he was with early in the episode?
I'm trying to. Oh my god. You can't really tell, but that's like one of the scenes where like him like doing the door. So you see, like it's kind of more like close up. The lighting bad, but it's more like close up in the face, and it shows like a car more so. But the other thing was just to the side. That's mainly the main difference. While they was like doing a little small exchange, it was more like close ups in their face and looking in front or instead of
Mm-hmm.
side view. But sorry,
Mhm.
continue, Hendo.
Y'all remember old girl? There was someone early in the episode with Hikari.
Yeah. His
Yeah,
girlfriend.
briefly.
Apparently, that's a boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you never knew that.
See, Joe didn't know that. That's why I
Oh.
brought it up.
I was gonna ask too. I was gonna
See,
ask too
see,
because they did it
Oh.
that's why I
quick
brought it up. Yep.
because
It
they
gets
showed it
interesting. Okay.
because they showed it quick and of course if you look online that's like one of the biggest takes for the episode because people like the inclusiveness and how they did it. You see how you didn't even notice Joseph? They didn't do it to
Hmm.
make it like plastered in your face. Oh look, he I don't know she's trans or whatever or used to be a
Hmm.
dude. Like they didn't plaster it in your face. They didn't make it a point of his character like, oh yeah, he progressed because it is. And they just did it like, it's just like normal, like, like that's just like a part of
Hmm.
that person. And so a lot of
Is
people
that
like a lot of people but like the way they did it because they didn't like seem to make it like a huge point. Oh, you gotta look, big flashing lights. He was this and empowerment, but it
Yeah.
still gives power to them, that group of people or whatever, or what she did. And like I said, because Panda still brought it up, or it was like kind of a way because he was like, I forgot what he said specifically, but he
Yeah,
was
but
like
he said that
or he
he
was
was
like you talking
suspended
about
with a boy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you talking about what's her name,
You're right.
and then
You're absolutely right.
like I said, Unity making me say what a boy, but I seen I thought it was a girl or something like he didn't do nothing like that. So what you was gonna say, Joseph, real quick? You was gonna say something?
hey man, we just started this pod. It's best I don't say what I had to say.
Yeah, I'm this
Hey,
man here, man.
Joe funny, bro. Joe
I
funny, but
understand.
that's
It's two
exactly
sides.
why I brought that up though,
Yeah.
because I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, he don't know, bro. Like he
Yeah.
don't know.
I understand. It's two sides of the coin, and everybody had their own opinion.
Yeah.
But I just, but like you said, at least they didn't like make it a huge point. You didn't have to like, they didn't like put it in your face if you don't,
Mm-hmm.
if
Yeah.
your opinion is opposite. That's why I like, they didn't make it to like if you watch the show, you have to like just, oh, this what happened. This is it. So. And I think even when I read the
Mm-hmm.
manga the first, I don't think I even paid attention that much
No,
either. Yeah,
like nah.
I think I seen like videos and stuff like that. Cause people when it came out, the LGBTQ community. Oh yeah, this what's the name? Cause they love that character. But what else? Oh, but about the one take scene. So I don't know if it's true, and I try to look up a little bit what's this called. But do y'all know animation called animation
Rotoscope,
style? Yeah, rotoscoping, and
rotoscope.
it's a
Hmm.
big debate online saying if they did it or not, and if you accept it or like some people accept doing the animation style and some people don't. But what I seen, Joseph, what rotoscoping is, I think they basically like acted out in like real life. Like they act that out, and I think they just draw over like I don't know how they do it, but they then draw over the person acting it out or whatever and make the
Hmm.
scene. So I
Hmm.
seen on
Hmm.
I didn't really do a deep dive, but
Okay.
some people say like there's one side I said that's like lazy because it's basically just tracing, I guess, kind of. So some people say that's lazy and stuff like that. They don't like when people do that because it's not true art. You know what I mean? It's not true art, a true expression of art. But I see another side that most animation people or animators, accept that now, and it's like not a really bad thing. So that was a big thing
Hmm.
online. Like I said, some people say, "Oh man, they rotoscoped it, they did that," and that's why some people saying that's why it feels so like Hendo said, like so natural and like a real scene.
Hmm.
Because some people
Yeah.
is suggesting that that is real people. That's why it feels like that. I feel like that if they, because I don't know if they did it or not. I don't know if they confirmed it officially, but if they did do it, I don't really care. That's a genius way to incorporate something like that because they, like Hendo said, they set out trying to make us feel some type of way during that scene and really feel intense during that moment. And yeah, I'm completely fine with that. But if also some people feel some type of way, I can see their point of view because I guess you are just kind of tracing, but it is what it is to me. Hendo, how you feel about that? Since you already sound like you knew about it.
Yeah, because I saw the same exact thing that you did as far like the whole rotoscoping thing,
Yep.
and because of the intention behind the scene, and obviously I don't know, I didn't animate it right,
Yep.
but to me, I think they want to get across that really eerie type of setting and environment, and they wanted to slowly kind of let that build as the scene kept progressing, and I felt like I said, they knocked that out the park, and because they did the rotoscoping, it felt extremely natural. Like it's literally people acting, right?
Yeah.
Once
Hmm.
again, I don't know if they did it, but it seemed
Not
like they
yet. We don't
did,
know.
right? But like it was extremely natural in how it literally looked. Like that literally looked like two actors. And I can see people saying it's lazy because of that point, you aren't seeing those facial angles and like all that good stuff. You're only seeing kind of like blurred out faces. It
Yeah.
could kind of feel like quote unquote lazy because you don't have as much detail.
No.
But because of like the setting of the scene, I feel like it's a scene where you don't necessarily need all that or you want all that. I feel like this creative choice elevated it and made it like that much better as opposed to subtracting from it or taking away from it.
Yeah. How you feel about it? I know you
Okay.
don't know a lot, but yeah, how you feel about if they did it or not? Do you care? Do you think it's lazy, or you fine with them making that creative
Nah.
decision?
I mean, when when you're putting out content, you want to put it out as best as possible. So if that's what they felt was the best thing, obviously it wasn't a bad episode.
Yeah.
So I guess it worked. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have no problem with it at all.
That makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with it. And also, what I seen online, like I said, you take this with a grain of salt. I just seen multiple creators talk about it. I don't know Japan or how the general audience are feeling, but I don't know if I told you this last episode. They had a problem with the Maki episode and this episode also. Supposedly, what I'm seeing online, like the most vocal Japanese audience. They had a problem with both the episodes. I forgot what they were saying about the Maki episode. I think they were saying like they didn't like the way it was directed. I think kind of, and they was just saying like you need to like. I think they wanted it to be more like the manga. I believe this was some of the thing they were saying. I forgot what else. And they also had a thing with this episode. I think it was mainly the rotoscoping because like could you remember how like I said I was showing you the panels, they was like close ups and showing and it's like other ones while Hikari was talking to you, usually how you chilling like this, it was showing like different close ups of like him chilling while he talking and stuff like that. So supposedly uh the majority of the Japanese audience felt some type of way about it and didn't like that. And I think low key they rated for sure. I think they rated the Maki episode like way lower, like whatever site or whatever they did, because we love it. Because I guess all like the Kill Bill stuff, the references and all that stuff. Yeah, but it's just strange. I'm gonna hear our take on it because I'm gonna have to look it up again. But like I said, I guess they just didn't like the you know how I was talking about. I love the creativity that the directors are doing. They don't really love none of that. They are saying, "Yo, what are you doing? Go back to the just put the original stuff. I want to see one to one. I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to see y'all trying to do all this stuff. So supposedly, like I said, do your own research. But Hinda, I seen you was gonna say something about that. What you feel about that? Or did you see that
Nah,
too?
like I saw some of that stuff too, but
Okay,
like it was different things though.
really?
Like not from creative control and
What
directive.
was
I
it?
just I what I saw was basically like, now I'm ignorant, right? I'm not too
Yeah,
tapped in with Japanese culture, the whole
yeah,
9 yards. But what I will say is from what I perceive and from what it looks like they are quote unquote very traditional, right? Like in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of like man leads, you know what I'm saying, and the woman like follows, right? And I know you can say that about quote unquote everywhere, but
oh, that's
like
good. Oh,
here, of course,
that's
like you know,
interesting.
we have, yeah, you know, here obviously we got women that are like doctors, lawyers, engineers, like whole 9 yards. So like what I was kind of seeing was more so they was like, oh, I don't like how like basically she was kind of like being like defiant, like literally killing everybody in quote unquote power, like all the men who had et cetera, et cetera, right?
Mm.
So like that's kind of more so what I was kind of, because I get most majority of my stuff from like Twitter, whatever, right? Especially like whenever like new episodes or something like this drop. And so I was kind of saying, I was like, dang, like they feeling like that. I was like, like you to your point, like even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the episode, I still thought it was tough, thought it was live,
Yeah,
you know. So like more of the beef that I was kind of seeing was more so centered around that or whatever. As far as the rotoscoping thing went, I saw everybody liking the rotoscope thing or whatever. Right now, granted, these could have been Americans and not necessarily like people from Japan
Japanese. Yeah,
or whatever, who may feel like they was misconstruing the art. All the Americans I saw, they was like, I love the direction they took with it. I feel like they elevated the scene, et cetera, et cetera. Um, and so yeah, that's the main beef that I was seeing with the episode last week. And even you can even see her mama in the episode was like, oh, just make me feel happy for once. And I gave birth to you. And I'm like,
yeah,
ah,
Dang.
boy, that's
yeah.
how you feel. But that just kind of goes to show how long she's been the defiant eyeball, like the black sheep of the family, if you will, for so long. But then whole that episode, you see the mama kill old dude. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you did all that, and that's really what you wanted to do the whole time, but you just ain't have the guts to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's very interesting. I didn't see them about upset about the what's and like I said, like
Mm.
we told y'all, do your own research.
Yeah, all this new to me.
Take it with a grain of salt. What we saying? Cause I didn't see Hendo. I didn't see nobody talk about Hendo points of women and men relationship and society and stuff. I just seen them saying like they didn't really like the like I said the creativity that was going. I didn't get it directly from Twitter, but I follow like multiple anime content creators. One of them is Pinopoians, but I follow multiple of them, and then they show like tweets or whatever that was like translated in from Japan. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I
Mm-hmm.
was saying. So it's interesting. You was also saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, but still, the whole point is it seems like Japan is receiving some of these episodes differently than the American audience, and that's always
They got beef
interesting.
with her.
That's always interesting because we always sometimes forget there's other countries, especially with media. So it's interesting to see their takes and how they was raised and
Mm-hmm.
grew up, and what other media is around them mostly to see how they feel about certain episodes. So like I said, do your own research, but could you see that like Joseph, could you see like us having different opinions, or are you like really surprised about it if we
I'm
was
not surprised at
yeah.
all
Mm,
at some of their opinions,
yeah,
just based on what I do know of their culture.
yeah,
Like some things they don't play about, bro, and it don't matter if it's in a TV show or real life. They take it all the same. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised, but this is new information to me. I'm gonna have to start following some of these pages so I can
yeah. I got a
check
couple.
that
Yeah,
out.
that be as soon as the episodes come out, they do all the research and all that stuff, and they was posting all the stuff. Like I seen it was about the creative stuff, especially more so. Like I said, for the Maki episode because they did it so like you don't really see nothing like that in animation and whatever like that. And I heard that they don't really like it was like a small pushback with that. Some of the fans,
Hmm.
like I said, can't think of a really anime off the top of my head that's like was like that last episode. It was more like, oh yeah, and it was also I know for sure also in the thing they were saying like like some of the sword play or they wanted to see Maki actually like I guess more better choreography. So they felt like it was
I can
like
see that.
so they felt
I
like I
can see
said.
that.
I remember one thing. So they felt like it was like the American way. Ooh, big flashy or flashy, bam, bam, boom. So they think America. That was more American way. We want big explosions, Fast and Furious type of stuff, Transformers, flashy stuff like that. So I think one episode, yeah, especially I think it was really the dojo scene. That was like harping on. They was like, yo, like why is she slide? Like why is she doing this stuff and all this weird. So like I said, but supposedly it's all supposed. Take what we said with a grain of salt. Do your own research. What's
To
saying
that
though?
point though, Donovan, it's kind of like for instance, you can see like in that scene, like she just kind of like it's. I don't want to say it's lazy because I don't want to disrespect the
The
animators who
people, yeah.
actually worked on the episode, right? But it was very quick, right?
Mhm.
Like you just see like doom doom doom, and you just see like blood flying, splattering everywhere, right? A perfect contrast to compare that to when you got like a 1v like one versus however many fight scene. Look at that Madara fight when he was
I think
fighting
somebody
when he
talked
just
about
dropped
that.
on the
I
battlefield
think one of them
against
said that.
all
Yep.
those shinobi. You see, and you saw how when he was fighting them, he's fighting each person practically 1v1, right?
You
Or
see
if
the
you're
short
seeing
play.
him handle a group of people, he has like a fireball jutsu that gets rid of them, and then he starts focusing on them. So it's like that art style, obviously, that takes a lot more, right? But that's increasingly different from what we saw with Maki when like you kind of saw a little bit of that at the beginning, but then you as you kind of dove deeper into the episode, you kind of see it's just like, but I didn't have a problem with it because you want to illustrate how fast he was really getting them boys out of here. You know, so
Yeah.
whenever you kind of do have the 1v1s like that, it may not be able, it shows a difference in power, but it didn't show how fast she gets rid of him because that's how fast he was doing it in the manga. So it's like, I don't know how they would have wanted them to portray that better, but I can see the problem they had with it because it is kind of feel like, to your point, oh, flashy day. I was like, oh my God, you killed 20 people in like 1 second. But it's like, how, quote
Yeah.
unquote, you know? So
Yeah, so
yeah.
I can see like I said, they side with that, but I'm looking at one of the posts on his what's the name is just about yeah, like I said, so this possibly could not be the general audience, but this was most people seeing on Twitter with Japanese people. But they was just like
Oh, I got a good question later.
yeah, it was like
Oh
I
yeah.
thought I might not need to watch it starting this week, but I somehow managed to keep watching it until now. My conclusion is that I'm no longer expecting anything from season 3. I might even stop watching it live starting next week. I'm going to cleanse this sour, bitter feeling by watching some Ghibli stuff that that doesn't skip the basics. I want everyone responsible for season 3 to remember what anime and direction are supposed to mean. That was one of the quotes that the creator I found. Um, so another one is interesting. Says interesting is I don't hate it as much as the previous one, but if they're going to change it this much, I wish they just as as an original anime instead. Chainsaw Man actually got close to the manga in the Raise arc than it was in season 1 though. So some of the stuff I'm seeing is just um yeah, they just like I said, I feel like a couple of tweets don't like the direction or it's not similar enough to the manga. So like I said, I don't know. But Joseph, you had a question real quick?
No, I'm gonna save it for later. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
save it
said
for
for
later.
later? Okay, let's move on then. We all love the episode though, and it's interesting to see if these are true and it's the general feeling of some of the Japanese fans how they will feel on later on in the show, or if this will keep up, or they'll like it better or not. Um, we can talk about Sentence next, I guess, since that was most people in their top 2 favorite anime. I know last episode, go watch last episode. I know I was talking about. We was generally talking about. We wanted to see, like they can at least keep doing like these side little missions, but eventually we wanted to see like at least a little bit more from the plot, or like it's like a lot of stuff they could dive into that world that they wouldn't talk about, like the church, how is that organized, and just like the different goddesses and the main character revenge plot, more the group. And I said I want to see more like just evil people heroes, because there's no way that they generally sentence that, or supposedly they say they sentence people like that. It's like the worst criminals, and we just see like the good team that's actually not really bad guys, but they just got unlucky and put in a bad situation. So I feel like I
Yeah.
got to see a couple of that. They quickly talked about some like the different goddesses. Like I was asking, like, yo, do every goddesses just summon weapons? Is they fire like that? Is there different ones? And they showed at least a little bit and quickly explained that the goddesses do have different abilities, and I really love that, and I was excited about that. I'm like, thank you. So you show them, you letting us know more about the world, and the goddesses are unique. And I think they showed I think they was like in like a shadow or blacked out, but I think they showed like an outline of at least like how the goddesses, some of them look. So I'm ready to see some of the designs. I really like the goddesses design, the current one. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably seen it here online, but like the goddesses design in the manga or like the cover art they have for the novels is not. is I guess more as you expect from like a typical anime stuff when it becomes like when it pertains to like a little person or whatever. Like it's kind of like not. I'm trying to think of the word. Like lewd, I guess.
Lolly?
Lewd, yeah, no, but it's more like
Mm.
lewd. Like her design, if you look it up, because I don't know if it's a manga or it was just a novel. Like her design was more like not as like a little kid kind of should be, and that was one of the changes that a lot of people like that they changed the red hair or the yellow hair goddesses design. So I'm interested to see the other goddesses the but designs they cook up. I forgot her name, but you seen
I
it?
did too.
It's kind of crazy. I'm not
That's
gonna
what you
lie.
see what I'm talking about, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that they changed it from that. You see what? And some people was worried. So I don't know if a previous episode y'all go
Hey,
check out.
bro, get
Y'all
this off my
go
screen, bro.
y'all go check out the
Hey,
playlist
dog, what
of
we on, bro?
episodes. I was talking about Mushoku Tensei and them going into weird stuff, and so
Boys freaked out, man.
fantasy anime that's like that.
Mhm.
I
They
was
just
really
pissed me off.
nervous. I was nervous for this show because it could have took a weird turn with like a little girl, and you know what I mean. Like the typical anime got weird stuff with with younger people and older person.
Hey,
So that was one of the positive with sin is that they changed. Is like you just go look at Joseph. It's like way better. They made it like PG, way more PG. I don't know why they had to wear that. That's wild. But besides that, and they also show a new person in the group, I guess. And I can't wait to see two more members. Cause I think he named two more members, but they was out on a mission. But we still met one member, and he sliced off somebody's hand. So he seemed more like just an asshole, a bad guy. That's what I wanted to see. That's just like a purely bad guy. It's like the reason why the heroes got a bad name is because of people like him.
People
So
like
I'm
him.
interested to
Yeah.
see if he just or just or he actually a good guy too. Because the person he was gambling with it, whatever. I guess he was saying that he was scamming, but I don't know if he was actually scamming or not. So I'm interested to see if he is truly just an asshole, how they interact with him, or at least the main character because he's generally a good dude. He was a knight before this. He just got done dirty. So and then we see more lore building with the I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember none of their names. Um,
with
the
Leopold,
the person with like purple or white hair or whatever, like the person that beginning mission.
Vehement,
Yeah, so
Vehement, something like that.
I like
Yeah.
how they show his little backstory and they was showing interesting that it could be possibly because we were trying to see what's going on with the church and he put out an article saying that they infiltrated by demons. I don't know if
Yeah.
I caught that. He was saying, "Yo, we basically put you in prison because you can't be speaking the truth." He was like, "What the truth? I was just making up stuff. How is that true?" So I don't know if he was saying that just like to make him feel bad, or if he was low key right about the demons being in charge of the
Mhm.
church and infiltrating people. So that got me wanting to know, whoa, yo, what was going on with that? And it seemed like it could be true because a part of his little neck thing or I forgot what they call it. I think it's like he can't
Seal.
really his seal. He can't say nothing about that. So it will make sense if the demons are in charge or whatever and stuff like that. And it'd be interesting to know why are they doing this roundabout way to defeat the humans if they could just let the horde just take them over, or is this a different faction of the demons? So it's just a whole bunch of plot points. I'm interested to dive into. The episode itself was good. I thought it was. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of gonna be upset if it was just a whole episode of them chilling and having fun at the
Yeah.
festival. I thought that what it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my gosh, brother, this was what we was just talking about. It not happening again and again. So I'm glad they diverted my expectations. Like I said, it's continued to be amazing. I get up to like an 8. I loved it, and it got me ready to see how they will hold this siege off. Hendo, how you feel about this episode of Sentence?
Um, it's interesting because I know, like, when you got to the beginning when you was talking about it, you was basically saying how you want to see like more heroes and stuff like that, and if you want to see like some bad heroes, right? Because if you could like they supposed to
Mhm.
be like some of the worst, et cetera, et cetera. But based off of what we've already seen so far, I low key couldn't disagree more
Really
in a sense of
interesting.
who heroes are
Mm-hmm.
because we see what happened to Xylo, right? He killed his goddess so she wouldn't turn into a demon blight,
Yeah.
right? And that's because they got set up by like the government, if you
Mm-hmm.
will. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
So you
we
think they
seen
all
the
set up?
situation. You see what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
not saying all of them are,
Yeah.
right? But from what they're described as, heroes of the worst, et cetera, we already know that's not true for Xylo,
Yep.
right? We got the backstory on,
Oh,
I'm going to
oh
just call
boy.
him V, because
Yeah.
I don't know his first name.
Yeah.
But like, he was literally trolling. He said, I only did that so I can get views and clicks because that's what they told me to do. And he was like, nah, we not going. Like, you have a voice that carries on and can strangely convince people of the most obscure and random things. So because of that, we gonna pack you up and get you out of here. He like, bro, what? Like, mind you, he was actually Steven fraud, all the whole 9 yards, you know. But I'm like, why not just kill
I
him
was just about
then?
to say it could be
Why would
something
you
else
even
going
keep
on.
him
Yeah, that's
alive? You see what I'm
I want to
saying?
know what's going on here because they literally could just body Zylo. They could have body
Just
him.
kill him
Why you keeping him
and like
alive?
just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're one, I feel like they're using them for an ulterior motive, right? Two, I feel like that's more recognition or like evidence that kind of states these people are not quote unquote the people that they're trying to make them out to be for the general public to be able to perceive them as, right? And I feel like as we learn more about these other heroes, like, bro, how do you become a hero for just stealing? We don't know about little bro backstory yet
You gotta
either.
have
You
something
know,
else
like the
going
one who
on.
always who be pickpocketing,
That's why
right?
I can't
I'm
wait to
like,
find out about him.
Yeah,
what makes
and the
that one of the
king
most
too.
vile, evil criminals? Like, it doesn't make sense. Go ahead, Donovan.
Yeah, and this is the I would say the king too, and yeah, that's also a good point. To
You
they
see what I'm
have to,
saying?
yeah, like I said, they could just body him, and just like it's a good example of the V dude. They were saying, yeah, man, but you did all these bad stuff, you scamming and all this stuff, but they was like, we don't really care about that. You keep doing it. It's just that
No,
thing. Even though the things he did
facts.
was built, he literally tried to sell the whole kingdom. Like that's a all kingdom wide thing, and so. Yeah, I am interested to see that. Like I said, why they doing it, but I'm glad they showing us hints of that. Like why they
Mhm.
like you said, like it's just common sense, just biting them, like bro, just biting them, and it gave us a hint of also showing that the church and the military is kind of split. Because I forgot why she said, but I think there was one of the decisions. I think about one of the heroes that, or one of the goddesses that the captain knew or whatever, and the military, excuse me, overruled the church.
Yeah,
But at the
yeah,
beginning, it
yeah.
kind of seemed
Hmm.
like the church was the people making the bad decisions. So I'm interested to see is it just like the top guys are corrupted, but most of the other people are like more or less general, and you see some corruption here and there, and like the foot soldiers are regular. So I'm interested to see, and I don't need like all the heroes to be bad guys. I just want to see like a little like switch up of just like yo, like this, like can it be interesting because you seeing like nothing but guys that got done dirty. Then we just see like just one asshole, like yeah, nah, like he deserved to be a hero, like he's just really evil and got to make up for his crimes, but. Yeah, as like you said, as it's going on more and more, I doubt it'll probably be somebody more like that because, like you said, they are literally doing this for a reason. We don't know why they're keeping them alive, but it's for an ulterior motive. And
Hmm.
right quick before I get to review, just do y'all think that it is like demons? Like, do y'all think what he said in the article is true? Is really true? Like there's
Yes,
demons like in control of the church and the military and the high ups. Do
yes.
y'all think so?
Yeah,
He confirmed it
absolutely.
to be
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, it gotta be
yeah,
true. Okay,
He
okay.
literally said, like, you may have been trolling, but nah,
Yeah,
this is
that's true.
right.
That's
So
true.
we can't have you even putting this out there, brother.
Yeah.
You're getting cooked.
Mm, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Joseph, how you feel about this episode, man? What you rated?
um, it was solid.
Mm,
Probably like an 8.3.
okay.
Um, but it gave me what I needed from the last episode. My biggest complaints from last episode was we didn't know where the story was going. We didn't. They wasn't really giving us much. Like big detail was learning like a piece of kind of like how the what are the girls? Not
Goddesses?
queens, goddesses,
Yep.
Gotta
Yes,
see.
sir.
goddesses, and how basically what you said, how they're different.
And it was made too. I
Some
forgot to
may
say
be
that.
stronger
Yeah,
than
they
others.
was.
You said what
Nah,
again?
I was saying yeah, and they show how they was, I guess, quote unquote made, but it made it seem like they just found them in like tombs and stuff instead of.
Hmm.
I thought they somehow like,
Okay, yeah.
I thought they somehow like manufactured them. They're like human experiments. I thought they
They
was like
trying
that.
to.
Yeah, but it was what's the name? But sorry, go and continue, Joseph.
But yeah, I mean, my memories is just I watched it too early, bro. I should have
Yeah,
watched it closer to the
I
episode,
ain't gonna lie.
bro. I messed up this week.
I be waiting until like Saturday to watch it on Friday to watch most of the
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I should
Definitely
have
watched it
done.
I
yesterday.
Um,
I be waiting.
but I know. I mean, we did get some new heroes for sure. Um, and I heard something. I was watching a video on this about yesterday
Yeah.
about the government being corrupt. But
Mm.
I think that's what makes I guess makes the story better, in
Yeah.
my opinion. Um, I don't dang, what am I trying to say? It's on the tip of my tongue, man.
Pause. We'll
No,
go.
I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that.
It
Come
was
back
Go
to
ahead.
kind
that.
of crazy.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not
All
gonna
right.
lie.
Go ahead. It's
What?
fine. Nah, I said
You, I
pause.
ain't gonna repeat it.
Oh, but
I ain't gonna
oh my
repeat it.
god!
On the
Oh
tip of
my
your
god!
tongue? Why is it the tip
I
of your
wasn't gonna
tongue,
say
son?
it.
Come
Donovan
on,
said it.
man.
I was gonna let you
Pause.
rock out. I was gonna let you. I was like, hey, but nah, boy, that was kind of crazy.
Oh, that's a pause. I
Go
gotta
ahead,
say that
man.
one.
Continue,
I can't
man.
let that one
All
go.
right, man.
I gotta say.
All right, go ahead and continue,
Um,
man.
um, dang man. But I think the I just can't wait till we get to figure out why the government is doing what they're trying to do.
Yep.
And I don't even think we need heroes that are like
Bad.
terrible. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I don't think we need them.
mm.
But like one is cool, but
That's what I'm
like
saying. Yep.
the government itself is like during the trial, if y'all remember, like they was like manipulating the people's minds like live, bro, like
Yep.
changing their minds of what they thought of this person literally in 4K, bro. So the government they don't have to make bad characters because they're already portraying them to be bad
Mm,
to the society. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I think it was good though. I think the episode was good.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Them boys up there must be listening to the podcast because as soon as we talk about we want to hear more, they
Come
started
on.
dropping hits. And like I said, I don't want to see like every hero bad guy. It's just I want to. It's really I want to see how Xylo and the group interact them. So like, say they got to do like a joint mission or whatever, and like like it's just like an asshole dude that don't really care about if he get bodied again. Don't care if he loses memory. And it'll be interesting to see how Xylo kind of try to help him in like a strange way, or just like I said, how the group interacts with them. Like I said, I just want to see just like one person that's and like I said, this new person may be like a bit of that because he just sliced somebody's hand off, and I'm like I'm thinking like why would they like just let him go off free even if he sliced like a bad guy hand off. They don't really like the heroes doing nothing they're not supposed to do, even if it's something good.
Hmm.
You see they almost got in trouble with them trying to go out their way and save
Trying to
people,
save them.
and so that's
Hmm.
saving people. So I'm thinking like, what are they gonna do to somebody that he just slicing hands off? Like, so and it'd be interesting to see like if like in the weird twisted way they don't care about you doing like jacked up stuff like that. But they care about you saving somebody. For example, like dude that's stealing. I don't know if they said that like he really gets in trouble, but I think they gotta know that he just always be stealing shit. He steal everything. So it's interesting to see just like how they took old boy to jail. Perfect example. He was doing all this other bad stuff, but they didn't like when he was doing something good for the people, trying to let them know.
Right.
So I just want to see a bad guy to see if they let everything slide, like they don't give a shit if you, because it also helps the government and slash the church tarnishes the hero's name more if you just see like a
Hmm.
shitty hero. So maybe that's just an
Hmm.
outlier. And like I said, they just flipping the narrative. Even though most heroes are good guys, it's just a couple of them that they push to the front. Like, yeah, look, see, this is what heroes are all the time when that's not the truth. But I'm excited to
And
see
I'm not
more.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
I got a theory too. I feel like
go ahead, man.
the
Cook.
demons, church, and the government, they all in on it together.
Okay.
Like, and I'm
Mm.
saying that because one, that's why they wanted to get B gone. They like, even if you trolling, we don't even want you to put that out there or you to
Yep.
even think it's remotely close to being true or real. Two, I feel like they're all doing that because think about it. If you have these demon blights that are able to essentially quote unquote push back humanity, that's population control. And you're also
Mm,
controlling the masses like their psyche. Like you think this war is against them the whole time. So it's like maybe they don't have that much crime for real for the most part, outside of
mm,
your obscure, like outliers or whatever, right?
So you think they got
I
like
just
a
feel
kind of
like
like a pack thing,
yeah,
you know, like you.
yes,
So you think
yes,
like they ain't really like together, but they're like, yo, can if you like body this certain
they're
amount of
all using
towns,
each
body
other's
this
for each
people,
other's
that helps.
benefit.
Okay, okay,
Hmm.
yeah,
Because think about it, like obviously humans, what they take away from it, or like what they lose is lives, right? Land, right? But then demons, they're losing their demon blights or whatever, right? And
yeah,
like they're losing some of their strongest, or demon lords, I think, whatever you want to
yeah,
call them,
yeah. I think
whatever. They're using
demons,
some
something
of
like
their
that.
strongest
Yep.
soldiers or whatever. We just seen Xylo get too packed up and gone in literally like 3 episodes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Well, one of them was shout out King, but it's like we're seeing both sides losing stuff, but I think they're all in collaboration, and that's probably why they wanted to. Well, that's why they framed Xylo too in the beginning when he was like, "Oh, a goddess can turn into a demon blight, right?" Well, if a goddess can turn into a demon blight or demon lord, how did all these demon lords get here in the first place? Like, I feel like that's when critical thinking has to turn off. It's
yep.
like, so did these truly just randomly land here on Earth, or did you have goddesses that you overused,
And they turn
overran
into
into the
demons.
dirt, and they
Yep.
turn into those demon
Mm-hmm.
lords, right? And so
Could
now the next
Hmm.
could
question
could
becomes, if we know that, why do we push them to the brink so much and allow that to keep happening? Like I feel like that's why they wanted Zalo gone, because they didn't want nobody to really think about that for
yep.
real. So I think they all live. I think they all working together, bro. It's all one big thing, and I think the church got something to do with them goddesses too. I can't pinpoint that yet. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they all in on together for sure though. 1,000%.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the God is a big thing. I think I heard. Well, I said earlier, like a couple episodes back. I think like the main like highest Demi King is probably like a core goddesses. A god like
Yes.
one core. I
Yes.
think like
Absolutely.
it could have been like the OG goddess or just like the second one. You know how it be like the but like probably like but the first one was good. Then the second one that came
Hmm.
but before we're jealous or some type of stuff like that. You know, and was
Hmm.
and it's like still super strong. But so I think it's definitely I think the one of the goddesses like the main Demon King. What you feel about that, Joe? Do you think it's something to do with the goddesses, their corruption? What do you think they cooking up over there? Do you got a working theory, or you just you know?
No, I don't necessarily have a theory, but I mean,
Yeah,
Hendo's theory is pressure. I ain't gonna lie to you. That mug is pressure. Um, for somebody to be controlling the demons, they gotta be strong, bro. So I don't. I can see how that could be true,
yeah,
but I don't necessarily have a theory of my own yet. But I know whoever controlling them demons, them boy, they strong for sure. They
that
strong
makes
for
sense.
sure.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I'm excited to see. I think they showed us the previous episode, but more people use. I forgot what they called the power system, but more people use the things like that like Zalo used, you know, to make the explosion. 'Cause I think he said like only certain people could use certain ones, and
Sacred
Xylo,
seals.
Hmm.
and I think they said
You
they
got the
use the
knives.
sun to charge they mana. I'm just call it mana, but they use the sun to charge their mana. The mana, excuse me, and Xylo has like a abnormally large pool of it, like more than most people. And I'm curious to
Yeah,
see,
he
cause
be
you
going
know
crazy.
how heroes can be put in different bodies. I wonder if that's like a thing tied to his soul, or is that like so? If Xylo get put into Dubai, do he still got a large mana pool, or is that like just body to body type of thing? From the mana. So yeah, I'm interested to see people use different runes. Cause I think his is just like what like explosions or like he said something. I forgot what his is.
You can jump and it's an exploding thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying the explosion thing helps him jump or whatever like that. So I'm just interested to see that stuff. But yeah, great episode. Can't wait to watch more exciting things about Sentence to be a Hero. Let me talk about real quick, Joseph with Hendo Fire Force real quick. I want to get that out the way. Did you? Well, you probably didn't catch her on Fire Force yet, then, huh, Joseph?
Nah, but I can tell you where I'm at though after y'all.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
it's sorry,
saying?
it's
Y'all
no
get
rush.
to
Cause
it.
me, this season is this. I am waiting till it get to the good part. It is, I ain't gonna lie, it is kind of disappointing me, Hendo. I
Oh,
Oh
am,
I
man.
wasn't able to. That's the only one I wasn't able to watch this week. Is that bad, bro?
bro. It's not bad.
Dang.
It's just like some scenes. I feel like they like say something and they say like multiple times, like, sure, it's a hero instead of what they keep saying that. And bro, we understand, of course, he's a hero now. And it's just, I know it's just greatness. I know it's the greatness, just one step ahead. Like, bro, just get to that point. Like, it's we 4 episodes in, and I'm like, cause I didn't even watch the previous season. Cause you know what else pissed me off? What they doing? Just like we talked about before. I think this is like Fire Force last season part 2. This is the second
Yeah.
part. and I heard the first part was dookie water. I heard the first part didn't really have nothing. That's why I was excited about the Benny Maru episode, because people were saying, like, it's
We finally
returning to
getting to where
form.
we,
It's showing the old
yeah,
file for us. So I don't know why they did like I said, I didn't watch the first. I read the manga. I didn't watch the first part. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna waste my time. And this is, I can see how people hate the first part or dislike it. If it's like, it's just like, it's just feel like it's strange, because I don't even know, like, they have to. I think they have like a lot of manga chapters left, and they gotta like animate, like where they gotta show up in like a whole bunch of chapters, within the anime episode. So they were saying it's gonna be like a faster pace. But even though they're doing that, I feel like, bro, I don't know, for some strange reason they're still taking their time, and it's just pissing me off, because I want them to hurry me get to the part. It's just, we don't gotta talk about it, but that's all I really want to say about it, because it was like a nothing burger episode to me.
for sure.
It's
For
bro,
sure.
it's just pissing me off, bro. Yeah, I'm all right. But let's talk about my favorite episode of the week. Fate, Strange Fake. Joseph, have you tapped in yet?
Nah,
Oh
I'm not
no.
where y'all at though. I'm
Oh,
not where
oh,
y'all at.
but you started it at least
Oh,
though?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, sorry, but before that, you was gonna say what part of Fire Force you on?
Oh,
What part
part.
you on? Yeah.
I'm at the part where you remember the little girl that comes up. She's like one of the new, like, the pillars. She's a
Does she
girl
got
that
like a little
can.
like blind, like she got like something
Yeah,
over
she
her
got
eye
the.
face? Like a little,
Yeah, she can basically predict like the fires and stuff
I know
like
you talking
that.
about, yeah, I
mhm.
know you talking about, yeah.
Yeah, that's the part I'm at. That's the part I'm at.
Okay, that
And
part.
dang, what's the main character name again?
Shimmer.
Shinra?
Shimmer.
Sinra.
Yep.
And Sinra just got done fighting one of the captains because it was another one of them girl. It was one of them girls in his ear talking about, um you don't gotta deal with this. Just kill them all. Just do all of this. Bro
Yeah.
started crashing out.
Mhm.
It was finna kill everybody, but that's where I'm at. It's getting good though.
Okay, so you like it,
So
y'all
you talking
back.
about
See,
It's
so
Burn?
you
not
like
getting
it.
good. It's been good for a
It's been good.
minute. It's
Okay, so
been
you
good
like
for
it.
a
Yeah.
minute.
So that's why another reason I'm coming to it. I'm upset about it, because earlier season was so peak, and you just doing this. Like, what happened? Like, what are we doing? That's what, like, bro. You're a
Yeah, it's good.
tarnishing Fire Force name, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's just, I don't know,
They
bro.
money hungry, man.
It's
Money
not so
hungry.
much, but
If
all
you want to see
yeah.
how anime feel about their fans, wait till that last season drop. That'll tell you everything you need to know. I promise you.
Oh
Promise
my
you.
gosh, bro. And what episode of Fate, Strange Fake, are you going? Just the prologue still, Joseph, or you got the episode 2?
Nah, prologue.
Oh,
For sure.
okay. So, Hinder, you watch Fate this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first. And how you feel about this week Fate episode?
Honestly, like I literally just watched it before we hopped on the pod because I
Fresh on
wanted to
your
make sure
mind. Okay,
I wanted to make sure I knew.
okay. Okay.
Mm, I've been saving it.
Bro, I was rocking with it, right? At first, beginning kind of threw me off, right? Because I'm like,
What about the
how do we
story?
get here? Right? That's when
Was the
we
boy
see little
backstory?
bro. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
his
okay.
backstory, right? I
Yeah,
was like, I never even seen this dude
yeah, seen
before.
this.
At first, I thought it was the older dude,
Yeah.
but I
I thought I
literally
seen
thought
the
it was an
first.
older dude as a kid, as a
Yep.
flashback.
I thought it was
But
him.
then they shown him in the back seat. I said, oh, this is a little random dude. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Um, and then I was like, okay, like he lived a very sad life, you know what I
Child
mean? But
soldier.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I see how we got here. Like, okay, cool. And I like how we're kind of seeing the consequences of what they're trying to do, right? And when I'm saying consequences,
The
right? So like
the
we already
government.
knew, yeah, no, not the government of the Holy Grail War
America.
in
Oh,
general,
okay, yeah, okay.
right? Because like we already seen they wanted to you we act like it was one to summon the real one,
True one.
right? But because they did that, bro was supposed to have Lancer, and they like, nah,
You go
you
acting
are and he
crazy.
like, excuse me? And I was like, bro, I don't ever remember hearing or seeing anything like this. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
wait.
So go ahead.
Only one thing I don't know if you remember. Either I forgot which one. Fate Unlimited Blade Works, but the one with the main character, he had like
That's
the stronger
different
saber.
though.
Yeah, I know. But I was gonna say like that is like at least something like close. I don't know what you mean. It is different because he is gonna turn into saber. Like I mean, the
Right.
lancer now. Like yeah,
The
like
archer.
during the
Archer.
No,
I know
no.
you
Well,
talking about
I'm
India.
talking about. Yeah, I know. But I was saying like the little kid in Fate right now is gonna turn into like during the war. Like he's gonna do it now.
Yes, yes, yes.
And what's ain't different because like in the that's his future self. So I know what you
Right,
mean. Yeah, that
exactly.
is different. You right. Yeah,
So
that is
I
different.
was like, huh? But they said, he literally said, oh, well, like the servant, right, who's the watcher.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's like, bro, the heck?
crazy.
He's like, this an extra class? I'm like, no, literally, they just made up a class. Um, and he was like, yeah, because of this Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Holy Grail Award, I was summoned, and so you're gonna be. And he's like, what?
It's
And
going on.
I'm like, what? So I'm like, nah, I like that though, right? Because those are just some of the consequences of like when you try to be Mickey Mouse, this is what
What
happens,
happens? Yep.
right? You're gonna get these outlying cases. And then what I was really surprised about was they said Heracles. Is it Hercules, bro?
Yeah,
Like I'm thinking it's Hercules.
yeah.
Okay, cool. They said
It's
Heracles.
Hercules.
I was
Yeah,
like, what the heck?
it's Hercules. I
Um,
think. Sorry, I think they saying that because like you said, it's like they true
oh,
names and
because they don't
stuff.
want copyright
I think. Oh
or
no,
whatever.
no. It's just the true name stuff. You know how like, but true names have powers or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they not gonna say it until like maybe a big moment like I'm Hercules instead of Heracles. But
Okay,
sorry, go ahead and continue.
that makes sense. So like he summoned him, right? And then I liked how, because remember when we first seen him fighting off against Gilgamesh, I'm looking like, who is this guy? Because he ain't nobody he had to keep up with Gilgamesh for real, right?
It's
He
him.
said if you don't pull out that blitz for real, you gonna get bodied.
Yep.
Nobody talking to bro like that, you know what I'm saying? And so to see Hercules like summon, but then you literally practically made him into a
Change him
different like hero.
for
I
real.
was
Yeah.
like, he said, "Don't
He
trust humanity. Strip your this, strip that." I was like,
Oh,
"Oh
remember
my
all the
god!"
I really like to feed off your part. I really like to remember all the humans part because Hercule
Hmm.
probably, of course, everybody's remembering the positive memories, but he probably got the negative memories pushed
Right,
down, and then he remember
right.
all the pain and
Hmm.
suffering of humans throughout the years.
Hmm.
I really love that part.
Hmm.
But continue.
And I was just like, bro, like, so now he's like what, Igneel or Ignites, something like that,
Yeah, I
like
forgot the
whatever the
word.
name
Yeah, I
is.
forgot
I
the
was
word.
like,
Yeah, he's still technically the same prince, but I like the word. Cause I looked up videos about it, whatever stuff like that. Basically, I think he's weaker though, cause I heard something that's called like I think it's just in the face series as a whole. There's people called like true lancer, true archer, and like the true version. I think people saying that like the original Hercules we see was like the true form of him. And I don't know how it happens, but I guess like that's just the strongest form because Gilgamesh even isn't even like a true what he is archer. I think
yeah,
yeah. So even Gilgamesh isn't like a true archer. There's like another hero that's like a true what's name. So I heard that he's weaker. I watched video. He's weaker because it corrupted him and stuff like that. And
right,
yeah,
right, right.
so that's all.
But I get why he did it because if it was the true Hercules, he
Yeah,
literally
it
was
was like
like, so if I ask you to kill a girl, you gonna kill him?
he.
He like, you know
You
who
know
I
my
am.
yep,
No, I ain't going for that. He was like,
exactly.
all right,
Hmm.
bet, cool. I'm gonna just turn you into somebody that will. And I was like, huh? And I see that happen. I was like, huh? I was like, all right, cool. Like, so I liked how we got the introduction. We finna get a new Lancer, right? He's gonna have to, but I'm like, bro, I don't see how. Like, I'm interested how the Watcher will be able to like
Transform
to be
him.
the catalyst for
Oh,
that to happen.
yep.
Because I'm like, bro, he was like, oh yeah, you might want to jump right now, bro. So you want a regular human who only got a gun to fight off against servants. I'm like, how are these upgrades gonna happen? I'm
Yeah.
interested to see that. So we got an introduction to one new servant. We see how Hercules. I didn't know it was Hercules.
Yeah.
So now we got the introduction to that servant, right? I'm also interested to see how was that little girl like? Who is she,
Oh,
right?
I was gonna say,
Because
yeah, go ahead, continue.
go
'Cause I got
ahead, go
some,
ahead.
you know me, I watched some videos on it as soon as I seen like Hercule and stuff. Cause I thought, I think they called it Hercules before, and like you said, I was like, his name, I was like, bro, that should be Hercules, right? Hercules, but he looked different and stuff. So I looked up that,
Hmm.
and luckily, when I was spoiling myself on anything that goes on in the future, and then her too. I didn't look in deep into what she is. Kind of want to spoil myself. It's probably like a good twist, but she kind of says it in the episode when she's talking to herself. That's herself. I don't know
Right,
how.
right.
I don't know how. I guess like she's like a real time hero that's alive now. And she must be
That's
OP
crazy.
because she was saying that like, people tried to body her like actual human form, and she's still alive. So I don't know if you
He's
gotta kill
still
her
alive.
form. So she currently in her real body has the power of like a hero, super OP, and she summoned
Mm.
herself. So that's who it is. She basically summoned herself from the past. So I want to know who she is, like you said,
Come
because
on.
she right now is feel like the mastermind that's orchestrating everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she doing it. Is she doing it just for pure chaos? Because at first we thought she was doing it to win. Because she was saying, oh yeah, I did this to, or she was like, I promised to win a more than. She was like, I'm just kidding. So I'm trying to see, bruh. I'm trying to see why is she doing all of these things. Like, what's the purpose of it? Why is she doing that? Cause and she somehow so like you said, we ain't never seen her like that. We ain't never seen a person turn
Come
herself
on,
into.
bro.
And we never seen she has the
A
current
hero,
powers of a
some like a.
hero summon
Come on.
herself. What she gonna
Come on,
be?
man.
What?
Come
She
on,
gonna
bro.
and she gotta be cold. And you remember, and she gotta be cold because like she was saying that all she was doing was playing around, or she wanted the government to kind of relax so they don't really see how cold she is. So she made it sound like she really could have stopped them from fighting in like a more
Mm-hmm.
forceful way. So brother, she
Mm-hmm.
see OP, and if she got double a copy of it, that's like, bro, how is she going? And like Jay said, it's so many moving parts, but you going to continue with your
Nah,
review?
like that's just like.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested to see like that, and that literally just puts into perspective how crazy this
Bro.
quote unquote holy grail war is, bro. Like you got a servant who
Mhm.
summoned herself as a master. You got a servant who's going to literally transform into a no, you have a master who's going to
Yeah,
transform
transform
into a
into
servant,
yeah.
right? So I'm like, are you gonna be able to give command
Command to
seals to
yourself.
yourself?
Yeah.
Like what? You got another master who transformed his servant into another version of himself that
Bro.
we didn't even know existed,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
So I'm like, I don't even know if that was his goal or if he just wanted him to mold him into somebody who can like. I was like, what? So we got all these crazy things, and then you got another servant who's making these noble phantasms for like other people to use. You got an army of them. So I'm just like, this is crazy. And then the saber we got wasn't even the saber that was supposed to be
The true
summoned.
OP Arthur
It,
Pendragon. It wasn't
you
him.
know what I'm saying? Like it was supposed to be King Arthur the whole time. We just got somebody that served at the round table.
Yeah.
So now it's just like
Yeah, Duke.
I'm just interested to see like how all this stuff plays out. Like I'm really like, how many episodes are we gonna get this season?
Bro, man.
Like we
I really
can't
hope
get
it's
12.
50. I really hope,
It
yeah,
gotta
I
be
hope it's
like
50.
24 plus at
I hope
least.
so.
Cause
I
I'm
hope
like,
so.
I don't want this to be rushed. I don't want it to be like, but we got a lot of moving parts that I want some answers to. Cause I'm like, how is like even with the whole master turning into the servant, quote
Bro, it's
unquote,
so great.
how is that gonna transpire? We've never heard of nothing like that. Because once
Exactly.
again, like this is different from Ibia,
Yeah.
who down the line becomes said heroic spirit. You want this to happen in real
Right
time, right
now.
now. What heroic
Exactly.
deeds are he gonna even do to
To make
anyway?
him like that,
I'm
bro.
excited. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like
so peak.
I've never seen a Fate series like this before. So I'm cool to see we got all these, and I don't even think we've been introduced
I don't think.
to
Okay,
all
so
of the servants
because
for real either.
did we get first of all did we get introduced to all the fake ones though? Because there was only 6, so we get introduced to all the fake ones, right? Archer,
I think we did. We
Gilgamesh,
got
a fake one,
Gilgamesh.
right?
We got the assassin, who's a fake one.
Assassin.
We got say I don't so is Saber a fake one or a real
No,
one?
no, no,
Because they
no, no, no.
said you shouldn't have been able to save summon a Saber.
Yeah. So Saber is the first true one, like the actual from the other world.
Okay,
So basically, that's
but
what I
no,
said. They have 6. They have all of them besides the Saber. Who's assassin? Well, no, that girl's assassin.
assassin
Who's
Zabania. Yeah,
and that and like the police have the mage because he's a mage, I think. That the dude
then
with
he's
the grill,
caster.
yeah, with the grill,
Uh huh.
caster.
Have we
Who's
seen a fake
berserker?
berserker? Yes.
Yeah, we
That's
see.
that's bro. That's bro's little bro who flew in who wasn't supposed to be there. That's his servant.
Who?
Remember with the watch?
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
berserker.
right, you're right, yeah, you're right. So all
Hmm.
we missing is
Now I don't know who we have for Archer.
yeah.
I don't know who we have for Archer, and I don't know who we have for
No,
I
Archer's
forgot the other
Gilgamesh.
class. There is no.
Archer is Gilgamesh, right? He's the fake one.
Okay, so we got Archer, we got Assassin, we got Berserker,
Berserker.
we got
We got
Caster,
caster. There was I forgot. Oh, Rider is. Oh wait, no. I don't know
we got the
who.
girl who's with the
I
forest.
think she is she a fake one too, or is she a true one?
She's a fake one. She's a fake one. Remember that was the Chimera, the dog.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking of the girl that pulled her with the 3-way fight. She's the real one though. You remember the girl?
The girl who pulled her with the.
But it was Gilgamesh, Hercules, and then like a girl on a horse pulled up. You remember? And she knew Hercules.
She's a real one.
Yeah, she's the true one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I remember. It could do.
So the question becomes:
is the fake?
Is
Who's are the true ones?
Is old girl
I think
who's herself? Is she fake or is she real? I think she's real too.
Yeah, she gotta be true. So I don't know what she is. I don't know.
I don't know who the last one is. Then.
So, well, no, that's because we named 5.
That's 5.
Yeah,
we just named 5.
They might show
I don't know the last one
in the future. Then, so what? And I want to. Is Hercules got to be true. Okay, so what's the true ones you seen? Hercules.
Is Hercules true?
That's what I'm saying. Hercules could be fake because he corrupted him, but I think it happened. No, yeah, I think he fake because didn't it say like it was like 17 hours before the Canyon fight, right? Then when it was like 20 hours before the Canyon fight, and and I don't know which Canyon fight. Are they talking about the one with the 3-way fight or just Gilgamesh and Enkidu pulled up?
I think the 3-way fight.
Okay, so if that's before then he's definitely a fake one. Then
fake.
Yeah.
So that's his 6 right there.
I think he turned into So
we've only seen 2 true ones then.
Brother.
We got 5 more, bro.
Are you counting the Lancer dude who's going to turn into a Lancer? I guess he's technically going to be the true one. I guess. Because he
is going to be a true one because it was after. Yeah. So that's 3 true ones.
Yeah, so we still got what more people to see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing. And like you said, I love what?
Oh, we missing out on the puppet one.
Oh, the shadow girl? Oh no! No!
The true puppet.
Yeah, kind of like the government dude. Yeah, the government dude. Yeah. So that's another true one. We still got what 3 people to show.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a ton of heroes, and then we still don't know. Hold on, what's that girl though? Is she a true one or is she a fake one?
What girl?
Like the little girl who got the black mist one, like that seemed like super evil.
That's enough. I don't know.
I don't know if she's true or fake.
I don't know.
I don't know if she's true or fake. Sorry,
so
Joe.
We may only have 2 more, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
We may have Loki been introduced to almost everybody.
And then hers also could be OP too. But you remember, I think
it is OP.
I think that was the president. That was the president. Enkidu was like, that's like the total opposite of me. I think so is death and plague and all that stuff. So it's crazy because
that is a fake one. I think that is a fake one.
That's a fake one. Then so was that? Okay, so maybe Hercules is true one and he just but whatever. But still, the point is we still got a couple more heroes to show, and like me usually like really more in books, but I don't really like a ton of point of views, like because like some is better than others. You know, I'm gonna see this one person, but this one, bro, like you said, I like every single hero and like master and servant. I feel like they all, of course, I like some better than others. I think low key, the one with Jack the Ripper is low key my favorite because I just love him. But there's so many master servants that I love. Like I said, even the new dude who's a part of the mob or the mafia, I am very interested in his character on his take of life because he just body people. He sacrificed what 20,000 people to put in that thing.
24,976.
Just like you said. That's crazy. You remember that, and just like you say, I like the way he didn't like really force Hercule to what's the name, because even Hercules said that you can't force me to do nothing you don't want to. So let me body him right now. So I like the way, of course, he kind of forced them, but he coerced them and kind of like corrupt them in different. I like that how he put his ideology on him. Excuse me, instead of just like putting a command seal saying like, oh, but you gotta follow all my orders and stuff like that.
Right.
So
yep.
Like I said, bro, they're cooking out their mind. Like there's so many, and they don't feel too like close. Like, oh my god, I can't keep up what's going on. Like I said, it's more to the kid backstory because I don't think he a kid anymore. Cause I think when they experiment on him, he was a kid, and I think they said like that messed up his body, so he actually older. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that means that he's super older because I remember. Like the kid.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's interesting because the girls always say he don't have long to live. So like it's just so many arcs, but you can see fulfilled because I can't wait to see him start to try to value life and want to be more alive. I think these are what these trials are going to do for him. Like
Mm-hmm.
because just like he said, oh boy was like, man, all I care about is having good food and having somewhere to sleep or whatever. And but then they was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
but they was like, man, I don't know, these trials may help you do that. So I'm interested to see his trials, and I think his first trial is just to survive. And I'm ready to see this fight. It literally, I wish it happened. Old boy pulled the saber pulled up. I'm ready to see. I think he about here easy because that's how it is. Unfortunately, most time
She ran
assassins,
away the first
yeah,
time.
assassins isn't really that strong. And of course they're assassins, so they really not that cold. But yeah, bro, yeah, he's so cold. And like I said, that his master, she isn't really a master. But the girl with blonde hair, and I'm trying to see whoever change her memories. Why are they doing that? Like, why do they put her in there to be a fake
Why
servant?
couldn't they
It's
just
just
do
some
it?
it's just so much going on, bro. Like even with like the small little girl who got like the evil spirit. Like, like what's going on with that? Why are they? Can you remember her parents was supposed to be the masters, whatever? Can you remember like the government dude was saying like they were
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be in a run, but they just stopped talking to them. So I wonder like why are they doing this? Why is she sick? It's just a whole bunch of stuff. Fate going this peak, bro. I love Fate. Number one series of me so far, but it'll continue to cook. Unfortunately, we could have watched Hell's Paradise. Is that the last thing we are missing? Oh,
That is the
y'all,
last thing.
y'all had to talk about Fearing. Did y'all watch the
Oh
Fearing
yeah, yeah, yeah.
episodes? Did you watch it,
Yeah,
Joseph?
did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, go ahead, go first,
Okay,
man,
bet.
because we had a long gap.
Yeah.
Says, how you feel about this current
Nah,
Fearing episode?
I think it was good. We had another one of them pretty much famous backstories.
Really?
Um, Hendo, I don't know if you remember, but when she was on the ground, like crying, not crying, but like throwing a temper tantrum, bro, and she
Yeah, yeah,
flashed
yeah,
back
yeah,
to it was Himmel, and then the other warrior, and then the scientists all there.
Yep.
But I think it's been a good episode, bro. Again, memory is vague on that one too, but I
Yep.
definitely do remember that piece. I love the little backstories that they give us. Um, but yeah, all in all, it was a good episode. I say it was like an 8
Okay.
or so. I give it about an 8.
Fearing doing good. Keep
I
cooking.
hope I'm
Okay.
not missing nothing.
Nah, you
I
not
hope
for the
I'm
most
not.
part.
Anything else big
Mm-mm.
happen like the hero of the South? Y'all said last time, like nothing like that happened this episode.
Nah, not really.
Okay, because I seen a
Mm-mm.
clip that people were excited about. It's nothing to be super excited about, but they excited that what's the name are going on a date or whatever. I seen a clip of that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
Oh
mean, it's
yeah.
it's
yeah.
like
Okay.
they ain't some big
Yeah.
like the hero of the South, but it's like cute. It's just like
Yeah.
people love how
It's
they
like finally, yeah.
yeah finally type. So how y'all feel about that? Do y'all like that relationship or that possible couple? And do y'all think they're actually going to end up together, or it's gonna be like a Fearing and Himmel thing where they could have and should have, but they didn't?
I think they will.
Yeah, well,
I think they will end up together, bro.
do
They
you
both young and shit, bro.
yeah?
So yeah,
Do
I
you like
think
the
it'll
couple?
work.
Do you like them
Yeah,
together? Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Fern
But
and
you know how
Stark.
stuff get when it don't work, it get weird. when
And
it
they
don't
are
work, it get weird.
and they are in a party
Very true.
together, so that can mess up the little party. What you feel about the
Yeah.
episode Hendo and what you feel about Stark and Fern budding relationship?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like I think the only thing Joe didn't mention, like they went like one of those weird side quests again. They was trying to find like a little hot spring, and like they were supposed to like beat a dragon, not a dragon, like a lizard on the way there, but like
Yep.
they got rid of it in like 2 seconds, so it wasn't really that
Yeah.
big. Um, but I was excited. I'm a big romance like
Yeah,
anime kind of
a guy.
guy.
Yeah,
Not
you
gonna
okay?
lie.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I like the romance subplots and like action stuff, and then I've even watched certain romance animes just like period.
Yeah.
So like I like when stuff like that kind of like happens or comes to fruition. So it was funny because I'm not gonna lie, Ferg, it kind of reminded me of like my girlfriend, right? Because they
Yeah.
chilling and they was like, man, and Fern was like, man, all three of men and like been in the hot springs the whole time. And Stark is like, yeah, like she must really be enjoying it. Anytime she get out, she just go to the shops. And she was like, yeah, we don't even got nothing to do. Like we still got 2 more days here. And he was like, oh, I plan on going to like a weapons shop tomorrow to like crafting my axe or whatever,
Yeah.
like sharpen my axe. And she was like, well, I will have nothing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen
That's
that. I seen that.
crazy. Then he was like, so
He was
then
like,
he was like, oh, okay, it's all right. I got some for you. He was like, well, if you that desperate for attention, why don't we go out on a date tomorrow?
uh-huh.
Okay. And she just walked out the room.
And he's still
And he was like,
confused. Yeah, what's going on?
she wasn't supposed to say yes to that, bro. And so I just thought that was hilarious, bro. Then he going up here asking Freeman for advice. And she was like, you do know I'm like the worst person you could come to
Yes.
ask for advice when it
Yeah.
comes to people, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, at least know what she likes. So I was like, man, I liked it, bro. I really enjoyed it, bro. I really enjoyed it, bro. Like stuff like that, that'd be funny to me. And I like, cause bro, like I feel like they've kind of had like some chemistry. Cause I don't know if y'all remember in the first season, he had
Hmm.
put like the cold hand on her cheek or whatever,
Yeah.
and she had kind of
Start
got like she
blushing.
got a little mad. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of been having these little hints and
Hints, yeah.
sparkles here and
Uh-huh.
there. So I'm kind of happy
Yeah,
we able to
fact.
kind of see what we make shake from it. You know what I mean? She even told like Freya basically said she kind of viewed Fern like as well, not like her daughter, but like she's a parental figure to her
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So you see Fern going to ask her like, "Have you ever been on a date before?" Like, was it? I'm like, ah, like this is, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? So like I enjoyed it, bro. I really rock with it. I'll probably give it like a from an enjoyment perspective, like a 9. Was the episode really that good? Probably not. But like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. That's what I like to get out of whenever you in downtime like this, bro. Like at least you have
Yeah.
another plot device moving forward or developing
Yeah.
as opposed to like the overarching story we trying to find heaven and on earth or whatever blah blah blah. So I enjoyed it. I really liked it, bro.
That's cool, man. I'm glad. Yeah, yeah,
You need
like
to
that's a
tap in
spirit
on
though.
that D.
Yeah, I need to
You're
catch it. I
right
need to
with
catch it,
that D.
and you need to catch it to Fate because it's
Yeah.
bro. Like I said, I did not expect this series to be that good, bro. They're literally cooking, bro. Oh my god, like yeah, I didn't expect it to be that good.
Nah, that's
Um,
crazy.
do y'all have any questions? We could do one from last week that I had.
I do got a
Y'all have any
question.
question
I
yourself
do
first?
got a question.
Oh, I forgot you did say yeah. Go ahead, and go with your question, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hold
Yeah, hold
All
on real
right, bet.
fast. So go ahead and go with your question,
on.
man. I know you had a question for this week, man.
All right. Um, are anime creators starting to appeal more to US viewers?
In what sense?
If
Or just
so, if
generally?
not, why?
Just like
Like is
generally?
Generally, yeah. Like
so
when it comes to like the the new animation, where they're going in terms of like we're losing a little bit of storyline that we used to have in a lot of shows, and it's a
Oh,
lot
you talking
more.
about? Are you talking like the people that actually create the anime?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. At first, I thought you was talking about like anime content creators. That's my fault.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
I'm talking about the actual creators of the shows.
Um, are they appealing more? I would say yeah. That's one of the reasons I really kind of wanted to dive back into watching weekly anime. That's one of the reasons. One of the
Hmm.
reasons was to talk about it and do this podcast. But another reason I was like, man, everybody enjoying this. What's the name? And I watched the scenes and clips, but it don't hit the same rather than watching weekly. I mean, week to week, and I'm glad I did because I would have never watched the Fate like this current Fate series. Cause I didn't think it was nothing. I would never watch the series, and because most of the time I read most of the manga, and so this got me interested. Some people talk about Donavon, and I see like how the animation team doing that and how weird and funky it is. So I would think so, and especially like not even just new ones, just like old ones ending, or like the My Hero Academia, like that last season was very good. That
Yeah.
animation was crazy. Biograph fight, it was just like I don't know, it was just a whole bunch of things they did well, and like the perfect example is JJK. I would have
Hmm.
without this, without me, without them doing such a great job in season 2, I would have never bothered to watch the anime. Cause like I said, I already read the manga, so I'm like, man, why would I watch that for? But JJK are doing things that make me want to tune in because they're changing up different things, showing different scenes and all it is. So, I'm supposed to see besides that, yeah, like Hell's Paradise, same with that. I just want to see the one to one to that because they are more so just copying or it's like one to one direct adaptation. But like I said previously, I love the fire animation. I don't get that from the manga. The way they animate his flames, I really love that.
Yeah.
And so all these new shows, Gachi Akira or how you said, I like the
Dang,
designs
I
for
done fell
that.
off that one.
Um, what else? Yeah, Don the Don, JJK, Chainsaw Man. That's a good one too. I love it, especially with the Reze Arc movie that they did. I'm really interested in it. Can't wait for them to do season two. Demon Slayer movies, so etc. etc. So I would say yeah, I like the way they're changing things up, and you really feel like a lot of animes are unique. Cause I'm not saying back then like every anime looked the same. Of course, that's not true. But I feel like it maybe could generally be like that. I feel like that, but that's why Fate stuck out so much. Cause Fate, but used to be to me like one of the best animations, in the game. I think I forgot what studio does it, but now like even One Piece cooking, their animation been crazy recently. So I feel like it's just some of these animes that have like fire animation. I feel like back then, yes, there was a couple, but now it's like, oh, this one got some crazy stuff going on. Don the Don got. I seen some of the stuff with that, the clips of that. That's crazy. I think I haven't watched Gachiyakira, but I think some people saying like the one of like the last fights was crazy, and I seen how they did that. All of the impact frames they've been doing. I feel like that's a more like recent thing they've been cooking on more recently. I think One Piece had impact frames. Bakugo for sure had impact frames doing his fight. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that I like the way they doing. A lot of anime is getting very unique, and I just like it. How about you, Hendo? Do you know how you feel about that?
I think. Can you repeat the question, Joe, just to make sure I'm answering it correctly?
Uh, do you feel that the anime creators are appealing more to the U.S. viewers?
Oh, U.S. specifically? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me finish. I
Yeah,
didn't know it was U.S. specifically. With that Japan stuff, maybe I don't know, cause like I said, I don't take it with a grain of salt. I don't know what I said was true, what I hear say was true, or what we both said was true, or it's just all false. So
yeah.
if I'm gonna say that stuff was true, then I'm gonna say yeah, cause it feel like, and I can't really say that truly because I think even the manga was already like a Kill Bill reference, but at the end of the day, Kill Bill was referencing different Japanese movies that came out before then, so it's kind of like a weird loop. JJK reference Kill
Yeah.
Bill, but Kill Bill reference Japanese stuff with their own little twist. I don't really know because I have to see what's Japan thoughts on other series like Don the Don, all the new ones, Don the Don, Gachi Yakuda, Kaiju number 8. But I can say maybe they are putting like a little bit more seasoning or sprinkle on that maybe because I feel
Mm,
like we talked about recently. America I feel like has boomed and the bigger, a lot of people is tapping into anime more. And I'm not saying that wasn't the case previously. Of course, that was the case. People still was going to conventions 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It was still a major event.
yeah,
I
but
just feel like it's more
the media
mainstream
got a
and
hold of it
Accepted
now.
yeah,
now.
everybody sports stuff. You see, like I see sports
Hmm.
pages I follow doing like a
ESPN,
anime thing.
Sports Center.
It's just crazy. Actors, famous people. So I could say maybe they're pushing. Maybe they throw some like here and there that they think more like the general audience of America fans love. I just don't know what that is. 'Cause I don't know what we love generally or what we like about animation. It's like big flashy things. I don't know. So I say yeah, though they're probably sprinkling some things in because why wouldn't you want to appeal to a larger audience, and bring in some more revenue? Because in the day they want the money.
Mhm.
What do you think
Yeah,
about that, Hendo?
absolutely.
Yeah, like the short answer would be yes, but I don't necessarily think it's because. Well, short answer is yes, but I think it's because of the anime boom or like revolution, right? And it's
Hmm.
like it's kind of like I don't know if y'all been seeing the things, but like all everybody got a protein meal now, right? Everybody coming out with this different types of protein stuff, bro. They got protein pop
Yeah,
tarts, like you got protein meals at
everything.
Jack in
Yeah.
the Box,
Yeah,
protein meal here, protein meal there, protein cereal, and it's just like a boom. So with that boom, right? We talked about that before with let's say 2019, 2020, Dragon Ball Super, My Hero, Black Clover, like all those shows and stuff coming out is now starting to become more commonly accepted in mainstream here in the States. So because of that, and because you're seeing the success of like not only the seasons, but like the anime movies and stuff you putting out, et cetera, they've started investing more money into it, right? Donner brought up a great example with One Piece. Has the One Piece anime been gradually getting better as the times progress? Like, yes, it has. But Wano and Egghead are in a completely different galaxy
Yeah.
than what we've seen. Even if you go back to like before Wano, what was that? Was that Whole Cake?
Yeah, or
Or
some, or it was probably something before that, probably. But yeah, let's just say dress.
but you know what I'm
But let's
saying?
say dress was a
Like
whole cake. Yeah, completely different.
if you look at those two arcs side by side, bro, you'll be like, what the heck happened? But you start when we got Gear 5, right? When we started getting Zoro versus King, right? They're literally telling you, yeah, we got like 10, 15 different animators coming in to
Cooking
work on
on
this
it.
1 18-minute episode.
Yeah,
And you like, obviously you're happy as a fan,
yeah.
right? But that same level of effort was not being put in 5 years
Previously,
ago, 10
yeah.
years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it appealing more to us now? It is, but that is directly because of the success that anime has been able to see from a revenue perspective. I feel like over the last 5 years, if that anime boom never happens, we don't get none of this. You don't get you don't get like no anime
The
movies. You
Demon
don't
Slayer
probably
movie.
get
Yeah,
Super
Right.
Broly. You don't get the Demon Slayer movies. You don't get the Chainsaw Man movies, right? These are only happening and they're putting so much into it because they're making money off of it. So it's like, while it's appealing more, I don't inherently think it's because they just want to appeal to us specifically.
Americans.
I
Yeah,
think it's more so it's like, oh, they want to, they gonna give us that they money. Okay, bet. Let's
yeah.
put more
Yeah.
into it to make it bigger and grander and better, so we can get more of their money, right? So it's like I think it's more so kind of that as opposed to them like, oh, we want to cater to. Nah, they just want money, which is valid. You're running a business, right?
Yep.
Like, get your bread, get your coins. Feel me? But I feel like it's more so of that as opposed to like truly we want to just give a special treat to the fans because of their hard work and appreciation and dedication, blah blah blah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that is interesting though. Question though, Joe. Like I said, with the especially
Mhm.
with the JJK episode.
Facts.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up more and be back next week. And I'm interested to see what they will say about next episode if they'll continue supposedly having problem with that stuff. But how you feel about it though, Joseph? How you feel about your own question? Do you think they are appealing more to us Americans?
Nah, I don't think so.
Really? Okay. Yep.
Personally, I just think um, they got a little bit more bread in their pocket. So
Yeah. Yeah. Less passing out.
whatever happened with whatever they did to increase their bread, they just
Yeah.
gonna keep on doing it, force feeding it,
Come on, bro.
and keep it rolling, and making sure that their shows can be capsulating to all media.
Yep.
Because if the media is pushing, especially the United States media outlets, bro, it's gonna
It's going
spread like
crazy.
fire. So it's a money thing for sure.
Yeah, I'm at to
I just
check.
wanted to
I'm
see.
at to check the box offices for. I want to see how much it did in America, like the Demon Slayer movie, and how much it did globally. Cause that show how it just shows how much we are Americans tapped into movies more because going to a movie theater and watching movies different from just watching Crunchyroll on your phone. So you're making a effort to go and I want to see that big
Hmm.
film. But that was a great question, man. But that's pretty much it. We'll talk about His Paradise next week. I don't know. We may end up talking about both episodes depending on what time we record or just last week episodes. We'll see. I'm gonna be
Yes,
upset
sir.
if it's a banger episode and I'm like, dang, I can't say nothing about it until a week. We'll see. I appreciate y'all. If y'all made this part of the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more. We're gonna continue cooking. Fade is peak, everything is peak, sin is peak, and I kind of love that it's like two kind of anime that really nobody expected to be at the forefront so far.
Facts.
Generally,
Hmm.
besides JJK, of course, JJK up there, everybody love it, but it's most of part, at least in the top
Mhm.
three, but a lot of people top twos like us. I love that it's like two animes nobody expected, bro. I feel like we're truly back. I love when it's not just the big name ones, of course, always been up there. It's other ones cooking up. But this episode, I forgot already, 8 of the Anime Villains podcast. Of
Yeah.
course, subscribe for more, man. Tap in. We are gonna continue cooking. I'm trying to do better on the thumbnails, do better on everything, man. I'm having a section for this on the playlist. Well, I already have in the playlist. You can watch all the podcast episodes. It's in the playlist. It goes from newest to oldest. And I'm starting. If you don't want to watch the full, I know the videos could be longer. I'm starting to cut up the sections of us talking about Fire Force, talking about Hell's Paradise, etc., etc. And that will also be in a playlist. It'll be like But Jujutsu Kaisen are fire for us. So you can see the 10-minute, 30 minutes of us if you just want to get those. So it's just different things for y'all to consume if you don't want to watch just a longer video. But that's it from us. Hope y'all have a fantastic day, man, and stay safe. We will see y'all on next week's episode. Peace out.
Yes, sir.